Could you see me or you were just typing? You were just waiting on me and you were just typing? Or you could you actually see me or you were just typing? Because I was over here eating. Oh, did you see me eat? What's up, you guys? What's up? It's Marlene. Oh my gosh. I had to come on and do a video about this. Oh, okay, because I was eating too. Okay, well, bon appetit, bon appetit. Listen, hey, Lacey. Listen, you guys, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Hey, Marva. So, this morning, my friend Zane sends me a post from the Jasmine brand. Okay? And this post has to do with Darius Cooks. Let me share my screen. Hi, everyone. Hey, Mark. Hey, Goldie. Let me share the screen. The Jasmine brand. Okay? Do you see this? So it says, famous chef Darius Cook Williams addresses he had a fraudulent credit repair agency and physically assaulted an employee. I did put my hands on her. If you guys I don't know if you guys were here last year, but in 2020, I did a video covering Darius Cooks when he closed his 3 restaurants out of nowhere on a Monday. Woke up one day, got on Instagram Live, and he was like, oh, that's it. I closed my restaurants, and that's it. So then people were asking him, like, but what about your workers? Like, he's like, oh, who cares? When they don't want to come to work, they don't tell me, so why do I have to tell them that I'm closing my restaurant? You guys, legitimately, I was stunned. I was like, you did what? He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that sometimes they don't come in, they don't clock in. And then he started playing security cameras that he had in some of the restaurants where they would, like, the workers, hey babe, Mariah, they would serve themselves drink by themselves, like they would do things, right? So he's like, yeah, sometimes they come here, hey Zeffie, they steal my food, they serve themselves through my alcohol, they don't clock in, they don't tell me when they're not coming to work, so why should I tell them that I'm closing the restaurant? He didn't tell people. The people, his employees, found out that Monday, like the rest of us, regular people, that the businesses are closed, right? So I was so confused, right? I was so confused because I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I was so devastated for him. Like, you close your restaurants, and he was all nonchalant about it. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Life goes on. And I'm like, is this guy okay? Is he okay? He did lives like nonstop. And I kept asking questions like, this is weird. And he was like, oh, sounds like Marlene needs to go suck a penis. He kept saying that to me. And I was like, what the heck? You don't even know me. So, like, sir, first and foremost, you're a man. Like, just because you're gay does not mean that you get to talk to Black women any kind of way. You're still a man. You are required to be chivalrous, okay? And then second of all, you don't know me to say that to me. I'm like, how disgusting is this guy? How disgusting is he? So I followed him. Oh, this man is nasty. Oh, yes, he is he's so rude. He's so crass. Do you know? I had to go do my little investigation. So do you guys know? So this man ended up owing like $150,000, right? That he couldn't pay for. $150,000. It's a very, very important amount. $150,000. Closed 3 restaurants, right? Do you know karma is real? Are you ready to hear what I have to say? Because I want to put back my older video on public because it needs to be seen, okay? Do you know that karma is real? There is a Black woman by the name of Karen. Hold on. What's her name again? Calabrese. One second. Oh, no, I was right. Give me 1 second. Where is she? Okay. This black woman right here, right? I just had her on my stuff. Hold on. Let me go to my Instagram quickly. I was just on her page. This is insane. Hold on. Hold on. Let's do this. Be honest, hold on. There's a point to all this. Are they tagging her? But this lady right here, right? Karen Calabresi is her name. I had her Instagram. Can't find her. Okay. So this woman here used to also have 3 restaurants in Chicago. Like she was doing like some vegan stuff, right? She was doing vegan stuff in Chicago, and she closed 3 of her restaurants, and she owed some money, right? It was in 2016. Do you know that Darius, I even took a screenshot this time so I wouldn't lose it, okay? Do you know that Darius wrote an entire blog post about the lady? Hold on, wait a minute. He wrote a whole blog post about the lady. Let me see if I can zoom in without my computer acting a fool. Okay. Let me see what you guys see quickly. Okay. So it's like if you're from Chicago and you're into food, chances are you've heard of Karen. Being born and raised in the Windy City, I sort of kind of known her business because they've come up in many conversations. I've always sort of known that she was a black lady who had a vegan and raw food, just to make sense, who had vegan and raw food restaurants up north. That's the north side of Chicago. With today's push for a healthier lifestyle, you'll think her establishment were doing well. Our dear Karen got quite a list of accolades for her work. According to her Wikipedia page, she has 3 restaurants under her belt. You guys listen. Karma's real. She has 3 restaurants under her belt. One has closed. One of her restaurants, Karen's on Green, is apparently the top-rated vegan restaurant in all of the Windy City. One of her other restaurants, Karen's Raw Bistro, is the longest standing gourmet raw food restaurant in the United States. Why? During Beyonce's huge vegan announcement, it's alleged that the singer dined at one of Karen's restaurants. This is quite a list of impressive accolades. Hold up. According to a recent stories and videos and social media posts, it seems the visceral vegan is having a hard time keeping things sprouted. We've done a little research and we've summarized our findings below. We'll wish her well and hope that she's able to find her footing and bounce back. Yeah, right. He was so nasty to her on Facebook. So, 2015, this is him, huh? This is him minding somebody else's business, trying to shame another person's business, trying to make fun of this black woman for having a hard time, right? Because at that time, he's just like a little blogger. He does his little food thing. He's trying to get his name out there. So he's throwing dust, you know what I mean? Throwing shade. So he says, February 2015, Karen on Green closes after 5 years in business. December 2015, Karen needs $300,000 to stay in business, starts a GoFundMe. Okay, hold up. He's making fun of her like she needs a GoFundMe, right? Today, December 11, 2015, we learn of 3 lawsuits against the vegan lifestyle enthusiasts, along with a bevy of other informational tidbits, no pun intended, from an ex-employee. Hold on, keep this in mind. We'll break down from here. It is alleged that when Karen on Green closed on March 2015, they owed $112,097.84 in back rent payments. The suit alleges that Karen and her husband failed to make the $9,566.82 per month in rent payments from September 2014 and through August 2015. That's how it should be written. The following is posted below. It is alleged that although Karen's on Green, that didn't stop a customer with a disability and bound to a wheelchair from filing a lawsuit for $30,000 in damages. Apparently, he visited the location and the establishment failed to adhere to the ADA accessibility regulations. And let's allege, hold on, let me scroll up. Okay. It's alleged that this past summer, Karen and her husband were served with the Park Astor Condominium Association for $15,933.96 over failure to pay their assessment, late fees, and other charges for 2 units in a building. According to the court records, a judge ruled in the favor of the association. If you add it up, it comes up to like $150,000. Lastly, there's this Facebook post. Take a look for yourself. I mean, he just kept going in. Those things, like the things are broken now. But I had pictures of him and I lost them because I guess I deleted my phone, right? But he was going all up in this lady's business, right? He was all up in the lady's business, trying to shame her. Hold on. Trying to shame this woman, right? Exposing her for not being able to pay this, not being able to pay that, right? And guess what the Lord had for him 4 years later, honey? He also closed 3 restaurants. And at that time, like when I did the video last year, the stuff he was getting charged for, because he had like court fees he had to pay for, he had judgments because he's not supposed to do like credit repair in the state of Georgia. I think like in some state he cannot do credit repair. So the settlement that they had made, let me see. Let me stop the screen real quick. Let me see. Darius Cooks. Hold on. I think it went to the state of Georgia. Okay, good. Now let's look at his business. Okay. Let's look at his business real quick. Are we here? Am I back? Okay, good. Let's look at his business. You see, this is why you should never, ever, ever in your life rejoice at someone else's downfall, right? This is why in your life you should never rejoice in someone else's downfall. This is why in your life you should never, ever, ever wish harm on another person, because little do you know that's going to be your portion. So here they're talking about his business also and what he had to do and what he had to pay. Let's go down to the finances of everything. Where's the money part? Okay. Okay. Let's look at this quickly, right? I want you to see these numbers, right? Take a good look at these numbers and see how karma works. Hey, when I saw that, I was like, wow, God is real. God is real. So look at the numbers, right? So they said in December, Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr announced that Williams S. Darius had to come to a settlement to pay the state nearly $150,000 over violating the Georgia Fair Business Practices Act by operating an illegal credit repair business. In that settlement, the Georgia Department of Law Consumer Protection Division found that the company above, 701 Inc., had violated the law by, number one, requesting and accepting payment from consumer for his credit repair services before those services were provided. Number two, making misleading claims that could get bankruptcies and debt permanently deleted from consumer's credit report without adequately disclosing that negative credit information cannot be erased from a consumer's credit report if the information is accurate. So if you took the money and you owed the money, it's your ish and it go nowhere. So stop believing that people can clean your stuff. Above 701 was forced to cease operations under the settlement, and Williams was required to pay $110,000 in consumer restitution. Remember how much did Mrs. Karen had to pay? Miss Karen was hit with $112,000, right? So remember, Karen, let's do this. 112,000. Okay? Your boy Darius. Please take out a calculator. Y'all gonna see karma real. You're gonna see that karma is real. You will see that karma is very real. Okay? Take out your calculator. Please write these numbers down. Have a column for Miss Karen, and then have a column for Darius. You will see that karma is real, and you will see why. When people are going through it, when people are having a hard time, when people are experiencing hardship, all this cancel culture, making fun of people, trying to wish harm on people, trying to curse people, it will be your own portion. Time belongs to God, and it's only a matter of time before what you wish on another person, what you laughed about when someone else was going through it, it's going to be your own portion. The best thing you can do as any person, a good person, even as a God-fearing person, when you see somebody go through it, pray for the person and say, God, you know what? I pray that you give me the wisdom and the intelligence to never find myself in it. Matter of fact, give me the mercy to never find myself in this situation. What you wish for another person will be your portion. So you better fix your lips and make sure that when it comes to other people, whether you like them or not, wish people well. Wish people well. And I say this all the time. Have nothing to do with someone else's downfall. Have nothing to do with someone else's demise. Because while you think that you're speaking evil, while you think that you're making fun of, while you think you are exposing, little do you know, you are writing the next play, the next chapter for your own life. And everything that you have spoken over that person's life will be your portion. It will be your food. It's going to be your breakfast, your lunch, your snack, your dinner, your appetizer. It's going to be your portion. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's going to be yours. I've had people try to curse me for nothing. And the Lord is telling me I'm going to do exactly to them what I did to Darius. What Darius did to this woman unprovoked. This lady did nothing to him. This lady did nothing to him, and he took pleasure in like riding her like a horse. He took pleasure in making fun of her when she was at the worst time in her life. He took pleasure in writing blog post after blog post, taking pictures after picture, trying to shame this woman, trying to discredit this woman. When this black woman tried to do a GoFundMe so she could pay her creditors, he shamed her, and he encouraged other people to not give into her GoFundMe. Do you see this? Do you see the wickedness of it all? This lady could have gone to prison. This lady could have had some serious problems. Business is not easy. Running a business is not easy. And a lot of people, not just black people, don't come from a lot of money. A lot of people, not just black people, do not come from families where people have had multiple businesses. A lot of us are learning as we go, and we make mistakes, and we have made mistakes. So when you see your sister or your brother doing what they can legally, being forthcoming, being honest, and having a GoFundMe to try to resolve their debt so they don't have to go to jail, and you wake up in the morning and you decide to shame that person so that no one will come to their rescue because you want her to lose so you can win. You see, that's a lot. That's a nasty spirit. That is a nasty spirit that lives in the heart of so many black people. As soon as they see you with your head out the water, they are in a rush to jump on you to go make you go back into the hole and cause you to suffocate. Because we don't like to see our people breathe. We don't like to see our people catch a break. They said right. And where he boasted publicly about this lady, y'all, he was doing blogs about her. He was posting on Facebook about her. He was going live and talking about the lady, giving her issues media coverage, giving her private business media coverage. And today, everybody, all the media is in his business. And today, all those blogs are in his business. And today, so many black women, black people are suing him, exposing him for what he has done to them. The money he took out of their accounts when they had nothing to eat, when they had nothing to feed their children. People would reach reach out to him and said, Darius, please give me back the money because I'm dying. I can't even feed my kids. He would not be responsive to that. So please pull out a calculator and I want you to add these numbers up. So Miss Karen, 112, him 110. And remember, she got charged with she was charged with a lawsuit for $30,000 by somebody who claims he can use, because he was disabled, he can use the venue, whatever. And look, and more than $35,000 in civil penalty to the state of Georgia. Okay.
And a popular Atlanta chef.
You know what I mean? Hold on. We got time for this today. Did it change? Did the page change or something? Okay, here it is. Okay, good. Please write these numbers down so you can see I'm not crazy. So you can see I'm not crazy, and you can see that God is real. So 110 that he has to pay to the state, right? And then 35,000 in a civil penalty to the state of Georgia, right? Now let's go back to, if we go back to, let me stop sharing the screen here real quick, right? If we go to this screen, let's look at how he itemized. Look how he itemized the for Ms. Karen also. Because he sure did take pleasure in that, right? But look at that. Don't these numbers look familiar? Don't these numbers look familiar? 112, right? 30,000. Don't these numbers look familiar? You know what I mean? Don't these numbers look familiar? What do you see? 112. 30,000. And I'm like, and then like, God. And then she also, we learned of 3 lawsuits against her. Guess who's getting sued? Guess who's getting sued, right? So if we go here, y'all see these numbers, right? Please write these numbers down. Write these numbers down to see he was hit with the same karma. He was hit with the same problems the lady was facing. This is not random. This is not random. This is not random, you guys. God is real. Karma is real. Do you see these numbers, right? Tell me you see these numbers. I know you see the numbers. I know you see these numbers. I know you see this, and then you see this. I know you see it. I know you see these numbers. These numbers, you see it, right? I'm trying to tell me you see it. Say yes, Marlene, I see it. I want you to write the comments. Write down in the comments. Say yes, Marlene, I do see it. I see it. You see this. You see this. Here we are again. Oh, hold on. Let me close this real quick. Right? What do you see here? 110. And you see 35,000. Right? You see how similar, yeah. You see how similar these numbers are. Do you think it's random? She had 3 restaurants that she closed. How many restaurants did he close? 3 restaurants. She had 1 restaurant in Chicago. He also had 1 restaurant in Chicago. The same amount, the same amount of money she owed, and he was making fun of for her for that. The same amount of money he got out here. He was talking about her being sued. He's also getting sued. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Let us go to let's go to Instagram real quick. Right? And we're going back to the Jasmine brand. Oh, here she is. Karen. That's how you write her name. Okay. You see? But now she's moved on, though. She's doing pretty good. This is her. She's doing pretty good now. You know what I mean? Now she moved on. She's doing pretty good. She's back at it. You know, she's doing her little vegan thing. She's still doing the vegan stuff, right? But let's go to the Jasmine brand, right? Look at the screenshots. Let's look at the screenshots, right? I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know how well you can see it. But it says another customer of Darius Cooks who got blocked on all social platforms after asking for a $500 refund for a year. And now they even have a hashtag that says Darius Crooks. Darius scammed me out of my money with the above 701, which is the credit repair company that's illegal. It's an illegal credit repair company. He blocked me on all social media. And here you probably can see, hold on, let me see if I zoom in, it's still gonna be blurry though, but if I zoom in a little bit, you should be able to see like $500 here. You know what I mean? You kind of say it says $14. It's like $167.58. And then right here it says SB star asterisk DariusCook.com L. And it says $500. Right? Can you guys see it? Okay. Let's keep going now. Hold on. So she said, Darius scammed me out of my money with the above 701. He blocked me on all social media. Do you ever plan on refunding my money for your bogus ass credit repair company? I have been trying to reach you for almost a year about my money you took. Never returned and never provided services at all. We spoke over 3 weeks ago. We spoke over 3 weeks ago, and you informed me that my payment declined so that I couldn't afford this financially at this time, and I will try again at a later date. But yesterday, you debited for $500. You debited my account for $500. Please refund the $500 payment, as I no longer want to participate at this time. This debit has caused a chain of reaction of bills not being paid. Not to mention, it has prevented me from putting my child in school because this was all the money I had to my name. Please refund. I haven't heard anything from my initial email. Please refund me 100% of my 100%. And do not debit do not debit from my account for your services. Thank you. She said, I can't believe that a millionaire would take from the less fortunate. You've blocked me on every social media site for what? I haven't bashed you as a person or as a businessman. I haven't gone public with posts, but I deserve an explanation about my measly $500. I really held you in high regard, but this is inhumane not to even pick up the phone, send a text, or something about my money. Y'all see this? Okay. He definitely scammed me and is still trying to charge me for a failed business of his. After taking the proper procedure to cancel the affiliation, Carolina Pound Cakes is still trying to charge me monthly. At the Better Business Bureau US, please shut this man down. Yeah. Where's the little thingy? I can't see it. Hold on. Where's the little arrow thing? Oh, that's the last one. That's the last one. You know? She said, there's Crooks and Kevin Samuels. Surprise. They are in the same, surprise, they're not the same thing together. Told y'all he deletes the comments from his customers and the cakes in the cookbook too. These people are getting scammed because they are only following the crowd. People that are popular. Yep, they made him a millionaire, and people were in the comments warning them about credit repair being illegal. He called them liars, although it is well known in Georgia law. Everything, like all the stuff he was that's my thing right there. Like me, it's more so like the karma part. Like everything he was making fun of that lady for, he found himself in the same predicament to the exact dollar amount, if not more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this has to serve a lesson to all people. When you're trying to beat up or you're trying to get up there, always be kind to others. Always be respectful to others, right? Always have mercy for other people. Be humble because you never know when you might find yourself in a situation. When I tell you money has wings, money has wings. Last night, Jimmy and I were watching like these documentaries, right, about billionaires who've lost everything. Billionaires We're not talking one, it's like 10 billion, 2 billion, 20 billion, like billionaires themselves lose everything. So your little social media fame, your little social media clouds, them little bits of money that you're making, okay, don't ever let that get to your head. Because like they say, where I'm from, you know I'm African, right? Like they say where I'm from, you were born naked. When you were born naked, you came into this world with nothing. You will die naked and leave this world with nothing. Like let that always sit somewhere in the back of your head. That I gotta have mercy. I gotta have mercy on other people. And especially if you're in the same line of business as another person and you see that at one point they were doing well and now they're not successful at it, right? Pray for them. Help them. You know what I mean? Support them. You know what I mean? Like do what you can to the best of your ability. And Tom Girardi, yeah, exactly. That's what Kay is saying. Like, yeah, from Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? If you can help somebody, help someone. But don't create a situation where you mock a person, you shame a person, you encourage other people to not help the person. Because now what was her portion 4 years ago, and I'm sure it was horrible, like 5 years ago, was horrible for her. Now here you go, going through the same thing. And because you're way more cocky than she is, you're way more audacious than she is, he's not remorseful, huh? He's not remorseful. He's not apologetic. He's not humble. Darius has a nasty ass attitude. He has a nasty ass attitude. Like he is disrespectful. He is crass. He is conceited. He's unapologetic. He is prideful. It is so ugly. It's like a beast. Like he's just so He's gross. He is despicable. He is like, he has no morality. No morality. For a man who calls himself a businessman to close all his businesses just like that, to take jobs away from people, black people, without even informing them, without even like having like no respect, no deference, no humanity. Employees gonna act a fool. But to whom much is given, much is required. You are a leader. You are a boss. You have establishments. You have a place of business. You don't get to run away from your responsibility and say, well, when they don't come to work, they don't tell me, so why should I tell them if I'm closing an entire business? Because they need to know they're not going to have a job tomorrow. They need to know so that they can make accommodations. They need to know. And just because somebody did you wrong does not give you the permission to go around hurting other people. We have to stop normalizing toxic ass behavior. That's so toxic. It is so toxic. I felt so bad. Like the people were crying, you guys. They were so confused. They didn't even know he was closing the business. Imagine you find out your employer closed a company on Instagram as you're getting ready to go to work. Some of them were even at work and the doors were locked. No notice whatsoever. Because I think the stuff he was under, hey babe, I think the people were coming after his restaurants also. So he had to quickly close the restaurants. So he didn't want to tell the truth. He was like, oh, I have depression. I got depression. What depression got to do with you being dishonest? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people who have depression, it's your karma that's eating you up. It's your karma. You've done bad things to people. It is your karma. Life is not hard. Having a beautiful life is not hard. Don't wish harm for others. Pray for people, forgive people, and love yourself. Life is not hard. Be content with what you got. Be content with what you got. And so many black people today are turning into scammers. Scamming. And it's crazy the amount of scams that are happening. They use the desire that black people have to build generational wealth to scam them. They use the desire that black people have to fix their credit to be able to buy a home for them and their children to scam them. Why make promises to black people to fix their credit when you know you can? You cannot. If they've made these purchases, it is what it is. Give it 7 years. The shit's gonna fall off. You know what I mean? Me, Marlene, I really think like the best kind of credit repair is time. If you're gonna go get somebody to help you with credit repair, go wait for time. It's free. Time works for you for free. You know what I'm saying? Time works for you for free. 7 years, it'll come off. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be okay. Time flies. I promise you. Just make better decisions, right? And hey, Zane, make time. It's like time is the most affordable credit repair option you have. Like even me, I can tell you honestly, I don't have good credit. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Let me be really honest. Like running this business and like my ignorance about financing a business, my ignorance about how to do things in a business, like it really, really affected my credit score terribly. I don't have good credit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. And I think more people need to say that. Like, I don't have good credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't. Like, I thought I was going to be able to, to make it. So I took like, I guess like heavily extended myself. Is that how you say it? You heavily extend yourself, you take on debt or whatever, and then it's like when everything comes crashing down, like it's hard to pay, you know what I mean? So I don't have good credit. And that's why I tell you guys all the time, like, don't use your savings, right? Don't use credit cards to fund your business. That's why I preach a lot about using crowdfunding or GoFundMe or, asking people to invest in you, having a business plan and pitching, right? Because I've made those mistakes. So I always say, like, don't use your money, like, don't use your credit cards, don't use your 401k, don't do these things, because when you have a business, you can get so drunk of how successful you think your business is going to be that you are very reckless when it comes to how you extend yourself, right? Because it's your business and it's your idea, and your pride kicks in, your arrogance kicks in, right? Because pride is real. So you think you know everything, right? And you fail to say, well, there's a chance something could go left. You know what I mean? So we live and we learn, right? But listen, I'm still young. I'm 36. I'll be all right. By the time I'm like 45, I have good credit. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I had bad credit before too. Then it got fixed. It got better. I thought, ooh, then I fucked the shit up again. But you live, you learn. It's okay. But don't be desperate. Like, you didn't get yourself in that situation overnight. If you have bad credit, it didn't happen overnight. It's a series of bad decisions after bad decision. It's overextending yourself after overextending yourself, right? So it's like you got to fix the behavior. So before you try to go find these people, and my thing is, when you do credit repair, don't you have to give people your social security number, or am I stupid? How does it even work? Because I'm like, for them to be able to fix your credit, right, they need to have access to your social. Do you really trust people on the internet with your social? You trust these money-hungry heathens with your social security number? Like, it's one thing to have bad credit. Do you need to add identity theft to your bad credit? Because if you have bad credit, within 7 years, it's going to die off, right? But if you have bad credit, and on top of that, you give someone your social security number, and they start doing identity fraud. So now you got bad credit, and you have identity fraud. I think having bad credit and waiting 7 years it's like it's the least painful option. You know what I mean? Wait the 7 years. Take accountability for how you got yourself. You know what I mean? How you got yourself in this financial predicament, right? Come up with a plan of how you're going to get yourself out of a bad financial predicament. And that also means saying things like, no, I'm not buying that. No. Maybe you should learn to start saying no more. Learn to live on a budget. It's okay. It sucks, but guess what? You weren't responsible before. So this is the punishment, you guys. We have to be okay with punishment. You know what I mean? And I think like in America, like accountability, consequences, punishment, it's like, oh my gosh, it's torture. No, it's not torture. To every action, there are consequences. And part of being an adult is you got to accept the consequences for your actions. We all do. And the sooner you accept the consequences for your actions, God's going to give you mercy. And the less likely you are to be scammed with people who are still trying to help you run away from holding yourself accountable. Oh, I can erase this. How can they erase something that you willingly signed for? You willingly took on the loan. You willingly opened the credit card. You did it. So now what you want someone to help you commit fraud. You see? And like the Bible says, it's out of the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks. The reason why people like Darius and other people are able to scam Black people, because there's already fraud in your heart. Because if you live righteously, a righteous person says, God, I should have done this. I know I have to answer for what I did, but just give me mercy. Be merciful on me. I'm not against the consequence. I'm just asking you for mercy. Give me enough courage that whatever punishment comes, I don't die. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, let me have a better future. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, put me in a position that I can use my story to help other people. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to take accountability. You run away from the consequence. You want to run away from the consequence. So you want someone to help you commit the fraud. And therefore, your energy, your lack of accountability, your lack of maturity leads you to attract thuggery, fraudulent energy. You see what I mean? Because the same sister who was interested in paying him $500 to fix her credit. But my baby, if you got $500 a month for someone to fix your credit, sis, call the credit card company, give them the $500. I don't understand this part. You don't want to pay your debtor, but you want to go pay another person who promises you magic tricks for $500. If you got the $500, whether you pay him $500 a week, bi-weekly, or once a month, if you have a disposable $500 to pay a chef, he is a chef. And first and foremost, when I saw him, because I met him through Kevin on stage. No offense, Kevin, but you ushered this thing, right? You legitimized this thing and put him in a position to prey on other Black people. But he said he used to work in human resources. So from human resource, he starts cooking for people from one city to the next, right? And then so he goes from human resources to becoming a traveling chef, to becoming a social media chef, to now he's going to fix your credit. It don't make sense. At least if he was an accountant, if he was if he went to school for accounting, if he was a CPA or some kind of registered tax advisor, and then he said he could fix your credit, but then he scammed you, I could understand why you fell for the scam, because you were dealing with an accountant, you were dealing with a CPA, you were dealing with a registered financial advisor. But when you tell me that you go to a chef, you go to a cook to help you fix your credit, I don't understand how you're thinking, my baby. Like, I don't understand how you're thinking. How are you thinking? You know what I mean? And I understand, like, the bills and the pressure can be so real that you just want an easy way out. But there is no such thing as an easy way out. The only person that can offer you an easy way out is the devil. I don't know how else to make this plain. It's only the devil who offers quick riches. It's only the devil who offers quick fame. It's only the devil who says, oh, if you walk with me tomorrow, I'll make your name super famous overnight. Only the devil gives you drive-by success. Only the devil gives you drive-by fame and friendship and money. It's only the devil, okay? The ways of the Lord are tedious. But guess what? God makes you work hard for what you want so that it builds character in you. You rebuke immaturity out of you. And when you finally get to where you want to get to, you are so mature that you now know how to hold on tight to what you've worked so hard to do. Amen. But I'm like, I don't understand. I just don't understand how you believe that someone on social media, because they have a nice house, because they show you pictures of their warehouse, because of this, that, and that they're credible people. If these people were credible people, they will do the right thing. They will go to school. They will enroll in school. They will go become accountants. They will go become CPAs. They will go become attorneys, right? They will get their paperwork in order. Get your paperwork in order, and then go in front of the government, go in front of the judge, go in front of all the governing bodies and legitimize your business. Do shit legitimately, but they don't want to. They got all this business advice from their kitchen. If you so smart, go to school, compete, earn your paperwork, have your paperwork in order. Because if you're going to tell Black people to fix their credit, fix their house, fix your house. Walk how you want to lead. Live how you want to live. But it's, I don't understand. We have so many successful Black people who are accountants, who are CPAs, who are registered financial advisor. They went to school. They took the exam. They paid their fees. They are recognized in your city. They're recognized in your state. They are recognized by the government. Why don't you go do business with Black people who have their paperwork in order? Why you always want to do things because somebody is popular? What does popular got to do with being professional? What does popular have to do with knowing the matter at hand? Would you trust anybody to represent you in court because they're famous? Are you nuts? Are you mad? Are you possessed? Something missing up there? You take advice, and I'm also telling y'all something, right? I'm also gonna tell you something. She said she was probably desperate. She probably had multiple creditors. She was probably desperate and didn't know she might be able to do something on her own. Baby, James, don't do that. Because even at $500, she could have went and retained a lawyer for bankruptcy. She could want to go see a bankruptcy attorney. I'm like, I understand the pressure, but the pressure does not explain to me why you are not going to someone legitimate. Why do we always like to do stuff in the alleyway, in the back street? Why are we always acting like we're selling drugs? Why the stuff we do can never be above board, like where everybody can see through? We behave as if we're not literate. It's like Black people always trying to do hustle. Like, why do you want to hustle? Stop this crap. I hate this hustling mindset. I hate it. You have a problem. You have a financial problem. You have multiple creditors. If you are overwhelmed, you go look for a bankruptcy lawyer. There are so many legitimate Black lawyers who specialize in bankruptcy. And then if you say, oh, I can't pay the $3,000 retainer fee, I'm going to pay you $500 a month. Okay, but at least this man, we know who he is. If he steals your money, you report him to the Bar Association. He's going to lose his license. But he's not going to lose his license over your $3,000, so he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Do things above board, Black people. We got to stop doing this. It's like we behave like rats, where everything has to happen in the dark and in the gutter. We're human beings. We're human beings. Like, have some dignity about yourself. Let your business be above board and do business with people who are legitimate. Not off of hype, not off of clout. This is ridiculous. You're an adult. This is not high school. You are a grown adult. Do business above board. Do business with people who have their paperwork in order. And there are so many qualified Black people who went to school, took their exam, passed their exam, paid their dues, paid their fees. They are registered to help you. They want to help you. But no, because they don't have 1 million followers, because they don't have an entire marble kitchen, because they don't spend through $200,000 renovating their kitchen. Oh, no, you don't want that. You don't want that. Baby, stop. Stop. Like, the immaturity needs to stop. The immaturity, the immaturity, really, truly needs to stop because it's ugly. You know what I mean? It's just so ugly. It's so ugly. And so many Black people now on social media are scamming. They are scamming Black people to live like white folks. Scamming Black people to live lavishly. lying about their orders. Your orders are fake. You are creating fake orders in Shopify, and you're telling Black people that you've made $1 million in 3 months. If you don't sit your dusty ass somewhere, people need to fear God. People need to fear God. Because the same way you're lying to Black people and telling them that you're making all this money, God's going to create a situation where the same amount that you're boasting about is going to be the debt that's going to be on your head. It will be the debt that's going to be on your head. You can be investigated for consumer fraud. You can be investigated for fear God. Fear God. In America, nobody gets away with nothing. It's a matter of time. On the internet, you're making all these claims, all these promises. You don't even know who's watching. You don't even know who's paying attention. You don't even know if you have investigators who take your classes, who pay for your stuff just to see what the process looks like. You have no clue. People could be building cases against you right now. You have no clue. Be very careful, Black people, because the feds are on social media. And they are looking for people who scam other people. All these MLMs, all these pyramid schemes, all these courses that do nothing for people. You lied to Black people, trying to sell them all these courses. Oh, my marketing class, $2,500. Who are you to teach a marketing class for $2,500? What have you done? What have you done? What school did you go to for marketing? What do you know about marketing? What books do you even read about marketing? Because you tried a few things, or because you post your ass on Instagram and it gets you likes. Anybody who posts ass on Instagram gonna have high views, okay? Because sex sells. It does not mean that you understand the tenets of marketing. It does not make you a marketing wizard. But you tell Black women to pay you $2,500 for them to go to your marketing class. And it's like, you know? You know? And like you go on the website, of course that's $2,500. $2,500. There is no syllabus. There is no timetable. There are no books. Like, what are the books? What are the assignments? Nothing. When you register at a school, whether it's a community college or a regular college or university, when you sign up for a course, there's a course description. There's a course outline. There's a course syllabus. There's a whole agenda. You know when the first day of class is, the last day of class. You know when you're having your final exam. You know what the grading requirements are. Like, come on now, y'all been to school? How can somebody ask you for $2,500 for a marketing course? You don't have a syllabus, no course outline, no course description. There's no timetable. There's no books to read. So I'm paying you for what exactly? What exactly am I paying you for? Even for $500, you need to know what exactly you are paying $500 for. You need to know what to expect. And what are the guarantees if I take this course? $2,500 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And if you don't know what to do with your $2,500, please give it to me. It's a lot of money. Like yesterday, I was watching this yesterday. Let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you what I was watching yesterday. Right? And I didn't like that. I didn't like it. Hold on, wait a minute. What's this guy thing again? This channel.
It is to actually, when I first started my business,
Okay. Let's listen to this, what she was saying.
To spend the money. We're so gonna cost you a book, cost you something.
sure.
Listen to this, right? Fair right, fair use. Okay. Don't come for me. I didn't do nothing to you. You put this on the internet. I'm just commenting on it. Don't try me. Okay. Listen to this, right?
Are you willing to make the financial investment? Because it's gonna cost you something. It's gonna cost you something. It's gonna cost you different ingredients for your meals. It's gonna cost you a book. It's going to cost you a course, a coach, right? Are you willing? It's going to cost you in different clothes. It's going to cost you maybe in keeping your haircut caught up because you got to film this content and look like something. Are you willing to spend the money? We're so attached to our money that it detaches us from our result.
You see, and this is nothing I don't like, right? This is that mindset. This is the social media black mindset I don't like, right? Because my thing is, she's saying that, oh, it's gonna cost you something, it's gonna cost you something. People know it's gonna cost them something, right? But the thing is, when it comes to black people, right? Black people don't have it like that. Black people don't have financially, black people are behind. Financially, black people who are honest don't make it like that. Like, people act like you people can just wake up outside and make all kinds of money. Just because you sell a course, people don't have to buy it. Just because you say you know what you do, you know what you're doing, people don't have to buy it. And you can't shame people or do weird tactics in people's mind to make them feel better by not wanting to buy it. If someone is not willing to take your course, not ready to take your course, there's a reason why. If somebody is afraid, like if you see $10,000 a day, maybe 1,000 to you is nothing because now you're used to seeing 10 grand a day. If you see $100,000 a month, it's probably nothing to you because like 200,000, like $1,000, $2,500 is nothing to you. But when someone is starting out on a business, when people are starting out and they have a steady income, right? And they have a steady income, like they have a steady income and they have these fixed bills they have to pay every month. They have the right to be scared. It is understandable why they're scared. And it's not to shame. You should not shame them or make it seem like they don't understand that they got to invest. They completely understand they got to invest. They don't know if they have to invest the amount you say they have to invest. We have to allow people to take baby steps. And we got to understand why people are afraid. It's understandable to be afraid. If you're not used to spending money like that, $2,500 is a lot. If you're not used to spending money like that, even $500 is a lot because you're not sure. And many things that have happened to many black people before, they've gotten scammed. They've paid their money and then they were left feeling like, wow, that's it? They've left feeling robbed. They left the place feeling like, wow, I just got scammed. So now people are more careful because many black people have taken advantage of other black people. And they have not been kind. They have not been respectful. They have not given them what they should have given them. They took advantage of them. So we have to understand why people are scared. We have to understand why people are reticent. We have to understand why people are questioning. So you got to put yourself in their shoes. I don't like when people shame people for not spending money the way you think they ought to spend it. It's their money and they work for their money and you don't know what expenses they have. And you're doing all this selling crap. But if something happens tomorrow, they're going to be left holding the bag. You're not. Like one time I spent $3,000 on this girl from Instagram. I mean, I was so hurt. I'm like, this stupid pig. You see what I mean? This stupid pig. And this is why even when I do my stuff, I am very, like, I don't force people because I understand. People are scared and they should be. Give people time. But people don't owe you. People don't owe you to jump when you say jump. People don't owe you to go into their pocketbook when you say you got to go to your pocketbook because they're going to cost you. Okay, but I don't have to give it to you. I don't have to pay the price you tell me to pay. And number two, I don't have to give you my money. Just because you say you know how to do it don't mean you do know how to do it because a lot of people now on social media trying to make a quick dollar by selling hope to people, by selling fake ass dreams to people, by selling false promises to people. And then you can't deliver. And then when you're asked for something, then you want to start blocking people up and down the street. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Say it again.
We are so attached to our money that
because we don't make money like that.
Us from our result. Wow. Meaning we're not willing to go in our pocket, take it out, and let our money go to work. Yeah. Therefore, we can never get the result because we're attached to how much it costs. Who cares how much it costs?
That is dangerous. You see what I just said? That is dangerous. When someone tells you, hey, Miss Tony, oh, you're so beautiful, Miss Tony. When somebody tells you who cares how much it costs, Abby, run. Oh, Jesus, take your purse, take your water, take your iPhone, baby, you too expensive for me. When somebody tells you, oh, who cares how much it costs? I care. I care. Because guess what? Guess what? When you run a business, I told you, me, Marlene, y'all not ready for me, huh? Because I will tell you all the mistakes that I've made, and I'll let you know off the bat. Baby, when you run a business, especially when you first get started into business, and it's hard to have funding, it's hard to find investors, you need to be judicious with your finances. You know what I'm saying? And that's why sometimes God even makes it so you don't have all the money you need, so he can force you to focus on what you truly need. Because sometimes when there's so much money available, you'll just waste the money because it's there. You don't respect it. But when you have a limited amount of money and you have something to do, the fact that you don't have all the money, you start cutting off the fat. You cut off the fat, you cut the fat, and you zero in on what is the most important thing for me to do right now. Cost is so important. Because if you, like, she's talking like, I don't even know if this lady has ever seen a balance sheet, right? Because we say in business, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. But what determines how much you keep? It's how much you spend. So the cost of a thing, it's very, very important. We live today in a very open society where you have access to information. So you should do your due diligence and see where you can find something as affordable, right? You shouldn't just jump on the first person who says, oh, this is what I got. No, do your due diligence and see what is the most affordable. What can give you the most for your buck? So the price matters. How much something costs matters. Just because somebody says, oh, I charge like there's this girl that I saw, right? Because I was interested in doing like microlinks. I thought I want to learn microlinks, whatever. This one lady, she charges $2,500, right? To teach you how to do microlinks. Okay? $2,500. She's in Atlanta. There's another lady here in New Orleans who charges $1,000. Her course is $1,000 for like 12 hours. The other lady in Atlanta, she's charging $2,500 for 4 hours. I'm so sorry. What exactly are you going to give me that is worth $650 per hour? Even attorneys don't make that. You putting little beads in someone's hair, pressing it down and attaching some thread with some weave. I don't see where is the $650 worth of value. I ain't paying for that. I'm not. Go ahead. I mean, I'm sure some people will, but I'm not. Because me, Marlene, I do the math. Like $2,500 in 4 hours? Trick. We're talking like $625, $650 an hour. Okay? So it's like, what exactly have you done? What exactly am I going to learn where I'm going to get $650 worth of value per hour? Huh? Jesus. Like, what are we doing here? You're cuckoo. Now, the other lady here in New Orleans who does the class for $900, it's $900 for like 8 hours. But even like, let's say it's $900 for 9 hours. That's $100 per hour. Okay, I can live with that. You know what I mean? I can live with that. You know what I mean? $100 an hour? Yeah, that's usually how much I pay to get my hair done. Because when you get like a sew-in sometime, you might pay like $300 for like 4 hours. So it's like, it's about right. You know what I mean? It's about right. Right? So it's like you have the right to compare prices. You have the right to compare instructors. You have the right to compare courses. You have the right to compare whatever you want to compare. Baby, excuse me. Yes, you do. You truly do. You see what I mean? You truly do. Because you got to understand, okay, if I take the class for $2,500, I still have to buy the equipment. I still have to practice some more. I got to go buy a mannequin head. I have to promote myself. So what is my overall budget? How much does it really come out to? But if you start off with someone who's at $1,000, right, you still have $1,500 to invest back in the business. So, okay, cool. With the extra $1,500, I can get like a mannequin head. I can do it for free for other people. I can buy some hair, etc., 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 right? So it's like, that's what you have to do. Cost is very, very, very important when you are running a business, especially when you're self-funded, especially when you're first starting out, and throughout the life cycle of your business, you have to worry about cost. Okay? Like some of the richest people in the world are super, super rich, not because they throw money like it doesn't matter, but because they watch for every single penny. You know what I mean? Rich people don't play about their coins. And then we're telling people who are aspiring to build wealth to be cavalier about costs. This doesn't make any sense to me. She don't know what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? She don't know. Like I listen to a lot of people on YouTube. I said, these people, they're dangerous. Like, what the heck is she saying?
I tell you that I got a course that is $2,500, but it's going to teach you how to make $100,000.
Okay, so she's saying that she has a course. She has a course for, oh, thank you, Alonzo. She has a course for $2,500, right? And that course is going to teach you how to make $100,000. Who are your students, sis? Who did you teach? Where are your students who took your course at $2,500 and today are making 100 or more? Where they at? You see what I mean? Where are the people? Where are the students? Where are their businesses? Where are their experiences? Because first and foremost, right, just because you say that your course can show someone how to make 100,000 does not mean they're going to make 100,000. Because success is defined by the individual, right? Success is defined by the individual. You can have a great teacher, but if you're lazy, you ain't gonna have the same outcome. You can have a mediocre teacher, but if you're driven, you're gonna have an amazing outcome. And you can have a great teacher and a great student, you're gonna have super dope outcome, right? So just because you say your class is $2,500, and where did you go to feel like you can charge me $2,500? Did you go to Harvard? Do you have an MBA? Do you have a marketing degree? Or you learned it from the streets? Or you tried a few things on Facebook? You have a few ads running on Facebook. Gotta stop doing this foolishness. We gotta stop doing this foolishness, right? If you went to Harvard MBA, if you had a Stanford MBA, you have a legit MBA. You have years in finance. You have years in funding businesses. Like, you are legit. Okay, then yeah, you might charge people $2,500 because you have the resume to back it up. But just because you say so, just because you think you're somebody on YouTube, just because you have an audience on YouTube, just because you're light skinned and you're pretty on YouTube, just because you ran a few ads on YouTube, it does not mean that you know how to run a business. Could it be that you got lucky? Could it be that you got lucky? But can you honestly replicate that with multiple people back to back to back to back to back? You probably can't. Where is the core syllabus? Where is the outline? Where are the books? Are you going to give people exams? Because at $2,500, give me 1 second, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, at $2,500, when you start charging people $2,500, there needs to be exams. You have to give people exams. You have to give them quizzes. You have to give them projects, and you got to give them a final exam. How will you, as you're teaching this $2,500 course, how exactly will you make sure that these people have mastered the content? Where did she even go to school, or how did she get trained on learning how to develop a course? Where? Me, Marlon, I've been in school forever. Number 2, I was a teacher in Alexandria. Number 3, I was a teacher here in New Orleans, where I actually had to work on a course, like developing courses for my students. Like, it's like teaching people is real. These are human beings. This is their future. This is people like I don't, yo, and you see, and when I say things, people think I mean, like, that's the part that always hurts me so much. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, me, Marley, like, the way I love Black people, the way I love people, period. The way I fear God, like, I want nothing but what is best for Black people. See, me, I make my mistakes. But I pray to God every day that when someone looks like me, somebody is Black, looks like me, comes into my life, that everything I've made like mistakes, that you don't make the same mistakes as me, that you be better than me, because it's not fun. It's not fun. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible to be in a position when you have a family and your business is not doing well. It is horrible. You don't wish that on anybody. It's horrible. It's horrible to put money in the thousands of dollars in the hands of a Black person, and they play with your money. It's horrible. It's horrible. You can't do this to people. Like, Black people are not a means to an end. You are looking at real human beings. These are real lives. They're not just a pocketbook that opens up to make sure that you can live the life that you want to live. These are actual human beings. These are God's children. You can't do that to people. And that's why I said, yes, was it Monday or Sunday when we talked about the drug dealer? I said, everybody needs money. Everybody on this live right now, there's 60 of y'all plus me, 61. We all need money, you guys. I have invoices I have to pay. I got warehouses to get, like, oh my gosh, organ. I mean, you think like the stuff never ends. Molds that I have to pay for. I mean, like the bills, it's like it never ends. I'm like, dang, will I ever get through this? We all have bills to pay. But your need for money does not surpass another person's need for money. You don't get to turn people into addicts because you need money. You don't get to throw people deeper into debt because you want to live lavishly. You don't get to have Black people go around in a circle of idiocy because that's how you inherit more money. You don't get to not teach people how to properly pray, how to properly read the Bible, because you want to keep these people as baby Christians forever, that you can keep taking money out of their pocketbook. Teach people how to pray. Teach people how to read the Bible. Teach people how to rebuke the devil for themselves. Teach people how to remain steadfast in prayer until they reach a breakthrough. Teach people to not be afraid. Teach people to have faith. Teach people to not depend on you as the pastor. No one should be depending on the pastor. Like, after 3 years of being in the same church, you should be able to pray for other people. You should be able to start your own prayer group. You should be able to minister to other people. After 3 years of giving your life to Christ, you should know the Bible forward and backward. It should be a problem for you. You should not be able, you shouldn't need the pastor to have discernment. You should need the pastor to understand your own dreams. You should need the pastor to understand your destiny. What is this obsession that we have as Black people to keep other Black people oppressed, blind, stupid, deaf, mute, and broke? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. God can provide for all of us. Be patient. Money might not come when you want it to come. Money might not show up as much as you want it to come, but be patient. God is coming to help you. God will take care of you. You don't have to take advantage of God's children to get to where you're going, because then you'll end up like Darius. Because anybody who mishandles God's children, you're going to pay. You guys fear God. Fear God. Fear God. God is not saying don't build a lifestyle. God is not saying you shouldn't be paid. The Bible itself says that the worker is worthy of his wages. But he didn't say wages plus interest plus lies plus scam. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You're owed a wage, but you're not used to, you're not owed people's lives. You're not, you know, people's bank accounts don't belong to you. People's futures don't belong to you. What are you doing? Fear God. Fear God. At the end of the day, God is the ultimate rewarder. You go to the church, exploitation. You go over here, exploitation. You turn this way, exploitation. Everyone trying to exploit another Black person to get ahead. How are you different than Reuben and them when they threw Joseph into the well and they sold their own brother into slavery? When you lie to your people, when you have these exorbitant prices for these crap courses, because these courses are crap. They're crap. The majority of these courses, marketing courses, this kind of courses, you take these courses to any college professor, it is crap. They wouldn't even offer these courses for free at any respectable, accredited university. They are crappity crap. They are crap. And if these people even believe that they were so good at business, they would take their asses to a business school and prove themselves. The Bible says, prove yourself worthy, but they don't want to. Because if you read 1 or 2 books, or you watch 2 or 3 videos on YouTube, and you go around other people who know nothing, you sound like you have a PhD. But don't flex on people who are dumb or ignorant of the matter. Go to school. Go to the department where people are professional in what you're talking about. And then let's see if you know what you're saying. And that's why a lot of people don't want to go to school, looking for shortcuts. Get your paperwork in order. Like I have people that I knew, like, oh, Marlene, you should get into trading. You should teach people how to trade because you've done math and statistics. No, I'm not. Because trading is not for the everyday person. It is really hard. Like the formulas that are behind these products are very hard. Derivatives are very hard. The average person doesn't understand this stuff. You're going to get scammed because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know you don't even understand the math that is behind this whole system. You think it's just a matter of if you buy Nike, go buy their stocks. Like, what the freak are you doing? What are you doing? If you want, like, you have to respect the thing. You gotta respect the thing. Just because you are a good cook, does that mean you should be a chef? No, take your ass to school. Because when you go to school, not only will you learn how to be a good chef, but you will also learn about sanitation. They teach you about sanitation. They teach you about health inspections and things like that. They teach you about how to be professional, how to run the waiting room and things like that. Like, there's a lot more that goes into running a business than just having a product or having a talent. You have to learn to work with other people. You have to learn to network. You have to learn to manage your books. You have to learn to be an honest person. There's a lot that goes on into running a business. And when you want to do stuff, be professional. Have enough respect about yourself that you get your paperwork in order. Like, oh, wow, okay, cool. People know who you're talking to. Like, oh, wow, okay, this person is well-versed in what they're talking about. But everybody's trying to get to the bag. What bag is you get with your ignorant ass? And like someone who's incompetent, somebody who is untrained, who wants to be rich will become a scammer. You'll become a scammer. You will scam your own people. You're going to scam. I'm like me, Marlene. I am not teaching anybody how to trade because I know what goes through this trading. But this stuff is crazy. There are layers and layers and layers to the stock market that you will never know about. You think these banks like Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Merrill Lynch, you think they're going to let you random ass people get rich? You think you're going to eat before they eat? Are you dumb? You think Goldman and Sachs going to wake up and let a bunch of random ass people in the world get rich before they get rich? You out your mind. The world is rigged, boo-boo. You out your mind. Life don't work like that. Telling black people, oh, go buy Bitcoins, go buy Bitcoins, go buy Bitcoins. Don't know nothing about Bitcoins. Then we wake up one day, all that happens is Elon Musk, a white man, says one thing. Elon Musk says one thing. The whole Bitcoin takes a nosedive. One person or one white person says something and everything you've known is just gone. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Because you're too afraid to go back to school and to get your paperwork in order. Stop. Stop trying to be a renegade business. There's a girl yesterday. She was on his show and she was like, oh, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I said, you are a serial entrepreneur? You mean to tell me none of your businesses have worked so far? That's crazy. That's crazy. You are a serial entrepreneur. That stuff scares me. So that means you have no focus. You have no focus. And that means so far, you're still trying to figure it out. So why? Because you're doing too many things, trying to be too many people at once. Focus on the thing. Maybe go back to school. Go back to school. Really learn this stuff. Like, learn. And a lot of people, I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of people who are watching me, right? You need to go back to school. You need to go back to school. All this finessing you're trying to do, trying to cut the corners, take your behind to school and get you a bachelor's degree. If you already have a bachelor's degree, get you a graduate degree. Go learn your craft. Go study your craft. Everybody who wants to be great needs to have a great teacher. And they're not on Instagram. Instagram is full of scamming ass people. You got to go to school. Stop being afraid of going to school. Stop being afraid of competing. Stop being afraid of having assignments. Stop being afraid of having homework. Stop being afraid of going through something difficult. It's good for you. Trouble is good for you. Difficulty is good for you. Hurdles, when you have hurdles, you'll jump better. If you don't have hurdles, you don't know how to jump. Having hurdles in life will help you to jump better. Yes. It's good sometimes to have a big old brick wall in front of you. It'll make you think, what do I do? Good. It's good for you. Thinking is good for you. Being a problem solver is good for you. Realizing that there are other people who are smarter than you is good for you. It will humble you. It will humble you. It's good for you. Anything that is difficult is good for you. Oh, yes. Having issues after issues after issues is good for you. It's good for your needs because you're going to get down on your knees and you're going to learn to pray to God. You're going to learn that, wow, I can't do it by myself. I got to put God in it. And as the word says, in all of thy ways, include God. In all of your ways, include the Lord. It's good for you. It's good for you. We got to stop thinking that good life means no problem. No, great lives need many problems. But guess what? Like the Lord says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him or her from them all. I eat every day. You know? It's good for you. Why are you afraid? Go learn. Like yesterday, I was looking at this. I found this thing, and I was reading this stuff. They were talking about like structured debt, secure debt, subservient debt. I said, but damn, what are all these things, right? You know what I'm saying? No free classes. Take your behind to school. Get graded. Competition is good for the soul. Not this free stuff. Well, I'm going to study what I want to. Well, if I wake up tomorrow, I'll do hey fat. No. Go to school. You have a schedule. You have a professor. You have classmates. The competition is on. May the smartest mofo in this beat win. Compete. And some days you're going to win, and some days you're going to get humbled. Competition is good for the soul. Hardship is good for your faith. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. People like you should, like, I don't understand this stuff. Get your paperwork in order. Because I'm like, you run a social media business. Who takes you seriously? There are people, you see some people on Instagram, they don't even have 10,000 followers. They have investors who are pouring millions of dollars into their business. Why? Because they have an MBA. Money respects money. Paperwork respects paperwork. Like, oh, you got an MBA. That means you know how to do a profit and loss statement. That knows you know how to do you know what I mean? That means like you know how to do this. You know how to read this. You know how to do a balance sheet. You know how to read a profit and loss statement. You know how to do. You understand stocks and bonds. You understand the kind of debt. You understand preferred stock, common stock, all this crap. You understand. You understand finance. Like it's really, really important. Go to school. Sign up. Even if you do your MBA part-time, go do it. Go become a doctor. Go become this. Go get your education. Go be a CPA. Go. You got the bachelor's degree. Go do a master's. Do the 150 hours. You will get through it. Trust God. You'll get through it. Yesterday, I was talking to my neighbor too, because I'm like, you need to go because he's not making a lot of money. Because it's a lot. He has all these expenses. And I told my neighbor, go get your master's degree. God will make a way. God will make a way. Jacob cried out to God. He said, God, where I'm going, if you help me, I'll give you 10%. God made a way in the house of Laban. It wasn't easy at first, but he left there rich. When they're a poor man, poor, confused, conflicted, abused, convicted. But the way he left his uncle's house, he was a blessed person. God will make a way. Just because it's not easy now, or it doesn't make any sense now, or it's difficult, trust God nonetheless. Trust God. God will make a way. God will make a way. You know, I used to think like, oh, you need money. But I've come to realize that the real key to success in this world, the thing that really opens up doors for people, it's not money. It's not money. It's not lying to people, all this scamming stuff. You are wasting your time. The real key out here, especially as it comes to God and receiving God's favor, having a good heart, Have a pure heart. Let your heart be white. Let your hands be clean. Let your heart be white. Everything's going to work out for you. Everything is going to work out for you. In the beginning, it might not make a lot of sense. All the pieces might not come together. It's always like that because the devil always attacks the vision and he makes the vision seem very blurry. But I'm telling you, trust your feet. Trust your feet. And that's what the Bible says. Pretty are the feet of those who serve the Lord and who spread the word. You beautiful feet. Trust your feet, for the Lord will make your feet steady. If you decide to take a righteous path, even if you don't have everything that you should have, and you don't have as much money as this person, and you don't have as many relationships as this person, nobody cares. If your heart is you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like if your heart is right, if your heart is pure, things will open up for you in ways that money can never do for you. Favor is way better than money. And what I see a lot of people doing today in this world, they are exchanging their favor for money. For money. The people who pursue money, it never ends well. When you chase money, it never ends well. You are going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be drained. Like your life is upside down when you chase money. Never chase money. Money's not meant to be chased. Money's a resource. You don't chase it. It's supposed to chase you. Be confident in who you are and know that ultimately everything that you will ever need in your life to be successful, you will have those things. They're already there for you to have. But you got to have the faith. That so is my portion. I don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry. God has always made ways, even when you didn't even realize there was a way. Look at where you are today. Look how far you've made it today. You might not realize it, but you've been covered with miracles and favor. Like there's no need. Oh my gosh. Like there's no need to be deviant. There's no need to be fraudulent. There's no need to look for people with quick fixes. There are no quick fixes. There's nothing quick out here. Nothing is quick. Everything takes time. And we have to learn to be patient because patience is good for you. You know what I mean? Don't be in a rush to be like other people. That's envy and jealousy. When you see people have and you rush to the mall to get it, you see what some people have, you want to have it so bad. You like always doing efforty because of what other people have, and you got to have it. I got to have it, got to have it. That's the spirit of jealousy and envy. That's awful. That's awful. A child of God knows how to wait patiently. And while you wait patiently, you know how to be happy for other people. Now, I'm glad you got blessed because it was your time to get blessed. I'm assuming. I'm happy for you. But God is working on something even better and bigger for me. I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. But scamming your own people, that's out of line. Lying to your own people, that is out of line. Making promises that you can deliver on, that's out of line. Telling black people, telling black people that you are able to remove things off their credit that are actually legal. That's not possible. That is criminal. That is criminal. That is very criminal. That's criminal. The best thing you have in life, in business and whatever, it's your reputation. It's your reputation. And once people trust you, you can move mountains. But what does it serve you to build something so hard, so powerful, and then like in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, you've ruined your reputation? This man, like the what's his name, Darius, he used to go have hundreds and thousands, hundreds of comments on his videos, right? He used to have thousands and thousands of people on his lives. Now you go on his page, 20 comments, 37 comments, people are gone. The trust is gone. And when the trust is gone, it's hard to repair it. And that's why it's also good sometimes to take business courses. That's why it's also good sometimes to take courses in ethics. Learning how to be an ethical person. Learning to be ethical. Learning to realize that every customer is a person. Every client is a human being. Put yourself in their shoes, or better yet, look at them as, what if this was my family? What if this was my mother or my sister or my daughter? How would I treat them? Or how would I want them to be treated? When you're Black and you do business with Black people, pretend in your head that you're doing business with family. How would you treat your family if they came to patronize your business? You don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. You just don't do stuff like that. You know, there's this other brother here too. What's his name? I like him a lot. His name is JT, right? He has an entire channel. You know, he has an entire channel dedicated to warning Black people because his work is needed. Like, he has an entire channel dedicated to helping Black people catch the scams. And it's like, it's baffling because like, there's that many scams out here. Is this a joke, right? But if you go on his channel, Pocket Watching with JT, things that are illegal, things that make no sense whatsoever, right? Let's see what Darius Cook is talking about.
Yeah.
You see? And he keeps on with his facade, like everything is okay.
Air conditioner all the way up, but y'all was complaining last time.
Is he? No accountability.
I want to cut this air conditioner all the way up, but y'all was complaining last time, so you got to tell me if this is too much air blowing on y'all. Okay. You got to tell me if this is too much air blowing on you.
The arrogance. This guy is so arrogant. He's so arrogant.
Thank you so much for the compliments. I appreciate it. Cut it up. Yeah, it's hot outside. It's at 93 degrees right now. Okay? 93 degrees. Okay, it's hot. Yeah, out here. Anyway, I just wanted some company while I drove. That's all. I gotta go pick up the new cakes for the photo shoot for tomorrow. The pickup went fine. The pickup went fine. Everybody's things are on their way. Yes, I'm aware they're talking about me on the blog, and we are purposefully staying away from all negativity. So,
how's that negativity? You did it.
If you feel like you need to share that with us, we would ask that you not.
Delusion.
Or find a platform that wants to hear about it.
Delusion.
Because we don't want to hear about it over here.
You see this? You see this?
Disclaimer on. Okay. Disclaimer is on. Okay. Alright, so we are gonna make tacos tonight. Okay.
Well, how toxic must you be?
I've already placed my Instacart order. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet. You will see later on tomorrow. Tonight. Okay? You will see it tomorrow. Tonight. I can work you said tomorrow.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is really crazy. And this is how he is. Hey, Abby, I'm telling you, like he's so toxic. Doesn't take accountability. It will be rude to you. People are talking about you for defrauding people. People are talking about you for putting your hands on a woman. And he's talking about Taco Tuesday. And he's like, oh, we don't talk about it over here because it's negativity. accountability is negativity. I'm like, this guy is super toxic. I'm like, he said he had depression. I wonder if he's not bipolar. Because me, Marlene, I'd be so embarrassed. I don't even know if I can show my face, to be quite honest with you. I can't. That's why me and crime, we don't make one. Because I just, Lucha, I don't have it in me. I know I don't have it in me. I truly, truly do not have it in me. Absolutely not. You know, people, so I'm not going to make this, I'm not, this will be super long, but please, please stop looking for shortcuts. Yeah, that's how he is. I'm telling you, he is so, Marcus, you don't know this guy, Princess. He is so toxic. He is so toxic. I don't know if he's delusional, bipolar, depressed, crazy, arrogant, narcissist. I don't know. Maybe it's all of it. But it's just like, oh, always said negativity. People are saying they haven't gotten their money. And instead of saying, like, you know what, you guys, I'm so sorry. I apologize. You know, I'll make sure it gets sorted out. You know, if you guys felt like I betrayed your trust, I really want to apologize for y'all. We'll make it right. We'll make it right. And this is how I intend to pay you back. Is it that hard to say sorry to people? Is it ever that hard to say sorry to people? You've hurt people. Just say sorry and apologize and let them know how you plan to do it right. Isn't that hard? Just like when I watched Monique Samuels, right, from Real Housewives of Potomac, right? You can tell that she is dying. She is dying to get back on the show. Monique wants to get back on the show, right? Monique wants to get back on the show. But it's like, it's too much for her to say sorry. Just apologize. When you went to the reunion, all you had to do was apologize. Instead, she wanted to be like a Billy Bad Goat. She wanted, like, she was a thug about that life. Oh, it's a small check. I'm not apologetic. I don't regret what I did. And now you're trying to compete with the show being back on TV because obviously you miss it. Just say sorry. Is it that hard to say sorry for what you did? Even if you think the other person was wrong, is it that hard for you to say? Exactly, Shad. Is it that hard for you to say, I'm sorry? Candace, I shouldn't have hit you. Yes, I was upset, but I shouldn't have expressed my anger that way. And for that, I'm sorry. Is it that hard to say sorry? And my thing is, like, no offense, right? But let's say that even Bravo's pays you $100,000. Let's say Bravo pays you even $200,000. Heck, let's even assume Bravo only pays you $50,000. Ask anybody who watches the show, what exactly do you people do anyways? What do y'all do anyways? You put makeup on to fight like stupid ass little BBs like all over the screen. You don't do anything. You're not productive members of society. Right? You're not productive members of society. You're not productive. So even if Bravo only paid you $20,000 to act a fool on TV, that's way too much money. But we know Monique is making more than $100,000. She might make like $200,000-$300,000 on the show, right? So for you to act like, oh, that low check, it's low check, girl, back. Okay. Before the show, what were you doing? You have no college education. You dropped out of. Did she even go to college? The highest degree you have is a high school degree. Sis, you have run the streets of Philly trying to be a rapper. It never worked out. Your best degree is that of a wife to a retired football player. All your money that you've ever had, allowance from Chris Samuels. You were living on an allowance as a woman. And the only way you kept your keep in that house was by being pregnant and tending after his kids and having sex with him and folding them huge ass underwear of his. Remember that one time she was folding his underwear? Baby, when I tell you that whole underwear was like, I was like, how fat is he? This dude is obese. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the show has enabled you to get your name out there. The show has enabled you to build your own platform. The show has enabled you to be autonomous, to make your own money without depending on Chris. Okay? Yeah, them huge draws of his. Okay? So it's like, never look down on that because there are other people who work way harder than you and make way less money than you. So be respectful because y'all don't do nothing. You do nothing constructive. You do nothing positive. You don't even represent Black people well to begin with. Okay? So I'm like, how dare you spit on an opportunity? that pays you for being a whole fool. A whole fool on national television every Sunday, acting a plump fool. You assaulted your coworker, Monique. You went too far. You assaulted her. You went too far. We've all been put in situations. You don't put your hands on people, Monique. And not just that, then the guy tried to restrain you in a separate room to calm you down. No, you went down the stairs so you could continue to fight like a good old dirty ass gutter snipe gut rat. That's the problem. That's the problem. You viciously attacked her and you viciously pursued her outside to continue to attack Candace. You went too far. You went too far. You went too far. And then your function as a wife, your function as a mother to a black daughter, Amanda Ann. And your daughter is very pretty. And because your daughter is so pretty, growing up, a lot of girls are going to hate your daughter. A lot of girls are going to try to put their hands on your daughter because she's so pretty. How would you feel if some random people put their hands on your daughter? You wouldn't like that? Would you want her to fight with her pretty face? No, you would not. When you got daughters at home, act like a lady. Ain't going to hurt. You're rich. If Candace acts away, you don't like it, get in your fancy Rolls Royce or your Bentley, take your black ass and your weave and your crazy bird home. It ain't that hard. But you ain't got no sense. You're almost 40 years old, fighting like a wild animal on national TV. And don't even have enough sense left to say you're sorry about it. It's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. Your husband, Bubba, should be embarrassed. If your children were ever to see this on TV, it's embarrassing. Mommy, what are you doing? What if somebody had a knife and they stabbed you as you were flying up there like a West Indian cockroach trying to fight Candace? Your stupid ass. Ridiculous. Like, say sorry to the girl. You don't want to act sorry. You want to act prideful because your little peanut gallery on Instagram got you feeling yourself. Now they moved on. Your engagement is dying, sis. Your views on YouTube are non-existent. Messed it all up. Pretty girl like that can't control her temper. It's horrible. It's horrible. Say sorry to the girl. Just apologize. It costs you nothing to say, Candace, I'm sorry. Even today, it costs you nothing to grab your telephone and to call Candace and to apologize. I shouldn't have done that, Candace. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And then guess what? Next year, you'll be back on the show. Duh. It's not that hard. Just apologize. You don't think that Portia had to apologize? Want to act like you're a big badass villain, like a little thug on TV. Girl, go sit down somewhere. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Get yourself in order. You're a woman. You're a grown woman. You're a married woman. You represent like a certain echelon of Potomac. And look at your behavior. Look at your behavior. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And the fact that you're still not embarrassed for what you did is so disgusting to me. Unbelievable. You're sick. You're psychotic. But then again, I'm not surprised. She's a Libra. They're not all the way up there, you guys. They're really not. Look, what the heck is she doing? Now she's on every single podcast on YouTube. Funky Dineva, Richie Sky, what's her name, Tasha K. She's going everywhere trying to get some buzz. I thought you didn't care about the show. And the only reason why we know you is because of the show. And the only reason why you go on these platforms is because you used to be a cast member on the show. Girl, you miss it. You know damn well you miss it. But your pride, your ugly ass pride, that's probably what the thing that killed your bird, that dirty demon spirit that be walking with you, finna kill your little, wasn't that little bird, T'Challa? Whatever, her bird is dead. She said her bird died in a freak accident. I'm like, I wonder why. I wonder why. All that negative energy that surrounds you. I wonder why the bird is dead. Poor bird. Probably caught some spirit trying to protect you. Now he's just dead and gone. Oh, child. Let me drop a little water for the little bird child who's just gone. I just hate violence. I can't stand that. Can't stand that. Sit down. Like you'll see Giselle and Karen go back and forth. Nobody gets up. Who knows what she does with them? No, I think she does weird stuff on YouTube. She has like a notebook, a binder show where she shades Giselle. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? Like, what the heck? You live in like a 10,000 square foot home, right? And you worried about somebody who living in a 2,000 square foot home. You married to a multimillionaire and you worry about her and her bandit of a pastor. Now, make it make sense. girl, is your marriage not working? I don't understand. Like me, I could never give this much time to Giselle. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. Giselle is not even something you entertain, girl. Girl. Even if she was streaming for free on Netflix, I ain't watching. Okay? Like Giselle is just not something that you entertain. Like you don't give your energy to Giselle. She's sad. She's sad. She hates herself. She hates her life. She's miserable. She's so unhappy. The best thing to do for her is pray for her. Oh, Lord. Send her a faithful man. Good Lord. Send her some forgiveness. Send her some mercy, Lord. Okay? Giselle needs prayers. She's toxic. But like Karen knows how to handle her though. Like, you know what I mean? Exactly. You richer than her. You worried about this lady. Like, that don't make no sense. But I'm like, never let anybody to get you to act out of character that you're losing such a huge check. Like these people get paid a lot of money. You know what I mean? And all you have to do is say sorry. Just say sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling myself that day. I'm sorry, you pissed me off, so I wanted to whoop your ass. Oh, well, I apologize because you did this to me, so I wanted to, I had to shade you a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have done that. I went too far. My bad. I'm sorry. That's it. Then you get to come back on the show. And then life goes on. Why lose your job over an apology? Like, it's never, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but to me, Marlene, it's never that deep. You know what I mean? To me, it's never that deep. Like if you know that you've done something wrong, just say sorry. Like it happens in life. Like it happens. We're bound to mess up somewhere. But once it's brought up to your attention, stop trying to be a hardhead. Stop trying to be an asshole. Stop trying to be a D. Stop trying to be a B. Stop trying to act like, oh no, you have nothing to do. Like, child, but I'd rather lose my business than to say sorry. You know, one time I had a person, because I was telling the person, right? Since you have an issue with this person, right? How about you just go say sorry to the person, right? Be the bigger person, even though she started it, you said something. But I'm like, how about you just go to the person and just apologize? Let's just say sorry and move on from this. Like, because this is too much. And the person said to me, oh, Marlene, I'd rather lose my business than to say sorry to her. I said, you said what? She said, I'd rather lose my business. I'd rather lose my business than to say sorry to her. I said, oh, well, dang. I said, but sorry is only like SORRY. It's a 5-letter word. You'd rather lose a whole business than to go say sorry to someone? Oh, wow. I'm like, oh, wow. I was like, wow, this is really deep, right? That's seriously deep to me. Because for me, Marlene, I'm like, it's not that deep. Honestly, it's not that deep. If you have a business and you stand to lose a lot and saying sorry can stop the hemorrhaging, just say sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever. You stay over here. I stay over there. We don't ever have to talk. Sorry. Leave me the hell alone. That's it. That's it. Just say sorry. Move on. Like it's not that bad. Like it's not that hard to say sorry. Especially when you have a brand to protect, money to protect, things to protect. Like you stand to lose a lot. Just say sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just say sorry. You hear me? You're not going to be the first one. You ain't going to be the last one. But it's like, think about what you stand to lose. Just say sorry. Like, it's not a big, it's like, I don't know. My pride is not set up that way. It truly isn't. And I'm really scared of people who can never admit that they're wrong. People like that really scare me. Because you've reached a certain level of delusion, narcissism that is borderline criminal. You know what I mean? Because people who never see anything wrong with their actions, they're capable of murder. They are capable of the unthinkable. Because no matter what happens, they always have a justifying reason why they behave like monsters, why they behave like degenerates. And to me, that is just out of line. That's out of line. And I'm telling you, ladies and fellas, you have to have boundaries in life. Certain people, when you see their behavior, walk away. Michael Jackson, moonwalk out of that situation, because before you know it, it will be your turn. I'm telling you, it'll be your turn. People who attack people unprovoked, people who are quick to jump on people, people who are quick to curse, quick to want to fight someone, quick to want to hurt someone. These people, they're toxic. Narcissists are dangerous. Delusional people are severely dangerous. They are severely criminal. There's a black guy who went and killed his daughter and the grandparents of his daughter. He murdered the parents of the mother of his child, and he murdered his 9-month-old baby by setting the house on fire. It's on the Neighborhood Talk. Okay? It's on the Neighborhood Talk. It's horrendous. And he had been plotting to do that. And he even typed about it on his Facebook. Let me show you. Be very careful about crazy people, y'all. You know, look at this. Multiple posts found on the Facebook that belongs to the man that is charged with the murder of his 9-month-old daughter and her grandparents. July 5th, he said, I will give that girl's family something to do next week. Sad face, crying emoji. Stop playing with me. People thought it was a joke. Hey, Sam. Okay. Now after he did this, 2 days ago, after he burned the house, he burned the grandparents' house on fire, set the house on fire. He said, this wasn't the plan. Good terms or bad terms, this wasn't supposed to end like this. R.I.P. Lonnie, broken heart emoji. See you later. Crying face emojis. I love you, sad face, whatever. Get well, baby mom. Okay? Here's another one. I had one effing job to do. That was to protect you, and I failed. I felt everybody speaking on stuff they don't know. They know nothing about. F everything that was going. Everybody knows I will never put none of my babies in harm's way. Yo, this ain't fair, yo. If y'all want to help me fix it, yo, I don't give a F. If it's your mom, dad, brother, baby mom, best friend, fix it, please. Men, fix it. Don't deal with pride. I didn't even reach out to my baby. Please fix it, yo. Child, I can't even read this effery. I finally found the meaning of fighting demons. Here's the baby. This is him with the babies. Devastating. A 9-month-old baby and her grandparents were killed in a New Jersey fire started by her own father. You see that? So he said he was going to give us something to cry about, and then he went and did what he did. Then he came back on Facebook, acted like he was sad and he was sorry, but he wasn't. Let me see if I can find the main post. Here he is again. And he's only 23. Heartbreaking. A 23-year-old father has been hit with multiple murder charges after starting a deadly fire that killed his 9-month-old daughter and her grandparents. So yeah, he burned the house down. This man, because I don't know why I can't play the sound on here. I don't know. But he burned the stuff down. Now this is my phone, maybe. Yep, burn people's house down, y'all. Burn the house down. I'm like, stay away from crazy people. Stay away from narcissists. Stay away from people who don't know how to say sorry. Stay away from people who don't know how to take accountability. You know? Stay away. Stay away. Please stay away. Because these people going to kill you without mercy. Lady Boss said, we never meet men like this in the name of Jesus. We, our daughters, our granddaughters, and any woman that we love, in the name of Jesus. Let people like that with such destinies not even be born in the name of Jesus. Okay? So yeah, this is what he did. Let me see if I can play the sound for y'all.
My niece-in-law lost her life, and my great-great-niece lost her life, which was born last year on my birthday, which was my birthday present now. I'm only going to have memories of her now. This is all too much for me.
The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office says the fire started just after 3:30 this morning on the 200 block of Woodlawn Avenue. Flames tore through the wood frame duplex. The roof partially collapsed.
I feel bad for them, including a little baby.
Joe Shama says he owns the other half of the duplex, recently restored, now heavily damaged. He says his tenants in 2 separate units got out safely.
They're shaken up. Yeah, I saw them right away. Like 4 o'clock, I came over, I saw them.
The Red Cross is assisting 3 heartbroken families. They're offering more than shelter. It's important to us, someone to hug.
We're going to lead us in the Lord, man. We're going to pray on this.
And all day long, we've seen family members of fire victims stop by the home, some staying for hours, heartbroken and in disbelief. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office is leading this investigation. Shayna? Our hearts go out to the family. Just devastating. Thank you, Jenny. Being there, someone to hug.
We're going to lead us.
Yeah. Yes, yo. Jenny said, this is so mental illness. Yeah. But you wonder, like, if excessive pride, excessive narcissism, excessive delusion, like, aren't all those things like mental illnesses though? Right? Like, so you gotta be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. And people who have a hard time apologizing, keep them away from you. They are toxic. They are seriously toxic. Like me, Marlene, I've come to realize that some people are capable of murder. For real, for real. I've come to realize that some people, they want you to not be successful. They want you to not make it so bad that they are capable of doing witchcraft. Yeah, I'm talking about here in America. I'm talking about here in 2021. Okay? I have encountered some people, I would not put it past them to do witchcraft to see you fail. I would not put it past them to try to curse you to see you fail. I won't put it past them to poison you to try to see you fail, right? But as we see with Darius, what he wished for the lady, Miss Karen, became his portion, right? So it's like God's going to watch out for you. God's going to protect you. God will shelter you. However, I must say this, right? However, you need to be very careful. You need to be very, very careful. You need to be very, very steadfast, right? Be careful, be steadfast, and just don't get involved. Just don't get involved. Just don't get involved with just crazy people. When people have a hard time saying sorry, people have a hard time taking accountability. There's a demon in that person. A lot of people. Okay, a lot of people are possessed by demons. When people have raging anger, uncontrollable anger, people have no remorse. People have no empathy, no apathy. When people do not put themselves in other people's shoes, when people are just abusive, verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, all kinds of crazy, I'm telling you, stay away from these kinds of people. They are dangerous. You cannot fix that. This is their journey on earth, just being poisoned. Stay away from them before they bit you, contaminate you, or worse, turn you just like that. Because these kinds of people, they transfer that energy. They create situations to get you to be so angry, to get you to be just as hateful, to get you to be just as vindictive. You see, these souls are cursed. A lot of people are cursed. A lot of people, their soul is cursed. And one thing I've noticed about cursed people, okay, one thing I have noticed about people who are cursed is that they want to trigger you into sin. They want to trigger you into sin. They want you to be just like and full of pride, right? Full of pride. No apologies. You're full of pride. You don't forgive. You don't forget. You don't let things go. You're always meditating evil. Every time you talk about somebody, you got to curse. Oh, this person's not going to be successful. This person's not going to make it. Da, da, da. Witchcraft. You guys, witchcraft. I have encountered witches in America. I have encountered witches because, to be a witch, okay? You know what I'm saying? To be a witch, it's a mindset. It's not about sitting in a hut somewhere and like having these like African cowrie shows. No, witchcraft is a mindset. You know what I mean? Witchcraft is a mindset. When you constantly meditate evil for other people, you are a witch. And I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it. When you wake up, anytime you wake up, you live, you go to sleep, and all that goes through your head is bringing harm to another human being. You're a witch. Every time you hear about people, what they're going through, you only have negative things to say about what's happening in people's life. You are a witch. You got it. You can never rejoice for other people. You are a witch. The only time you care to talk about people, or the only time you want to have people in your life, is if they are going through it, if they're crying, if they have, like, you only like to hear about people to hear how they're suffering, how they're miserable, how they're not successful. You are a witch. You're a witch. When you do stuff for people just so you can hold it over their head, you're a witch. When you do stuff for people so you can talk about it with other people, you are a what? You are a witch. When you are always waking up, going to sleep all over the internet, wishing for other people to be canceled, for other people to not be successful, you go over here, you go there, you keep going from person to person, whoever will listen to you, to make sure that they stop loving a person, to make sure they stop helping a person, to make sure you are a witch. And trust, God has a set time for you. But what's all these things where you say, oh, wouldn't that be something that's ever? Yes, but that's the foundation of witchcraft. That is the foundation of witchcraft. Excessive envy, excessive jealousy, lack of, full of pride. You don't apologize. That, like, right there, you are going to be the perfect candidate for the devil to transfer the spirit of witchcraft onto you. A lot of people practice witchcraft. A lot of people practice witchcraft, even here in America. A lot of people practice dark magic. A lot of people do weird stuff. You guys, it's real. It's real. It's very real. Witchcraft is real. People don't have to be in a village somewhere or from Africa somewhere. No, have all kinds. No, your altar is your heart. You know how, like, most witches have an altar? The altar of all people is your heart. So if in your heart, you know what I mean? If in your heart, you constantly meditate people. In your heart, you always crucify people. In your heart, you're always wishing harm on people. You never have, you are a witch. You're a witch. You can never even say something good about a person. Even, like, whether you are friends with someone or not friends, whether you like somebody or not, you can give them credit, right? You can encourage them, right? But it's like, no, it's only you. Like, you want to be the only person to succeed, and you wish harm for other people to the point that you actually go and you consult. You go, you do a bear. You go see all kinds of people so they can help you to curse another person. I feel sorry because you're doing that to your children. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. They're not your friend. No, that's what that's a witch. You better be careful. You know, what a lot of people don't realize, and that's why I'm telling you guys, I am telling you, no matter how, listen to me, let me drink some water. Then I gotta go. But let me tell you something. No matter how someone has hurt you, listen to me so God can protect you. Listen to me so you can have divine protection, right? No matter how someone has hurt you, guys, forgive them. Release them from your heart. Hold no one captive in your heart. No matter how bad the transgression, let it go. Put that stuff in the sea of forgetfulness. Let it go. Free yourself and pray for them and wish them well. That is the best kind of protection you can have against a wicked entity. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, these people are demonic. So when you operate at their low ass vibration, the crap they're wishing you will work. When you forgive someone who wants you harm, God Himself will step in for you. When you don't hold any bad feelings towards anybody, whatever they say about you or want to do to you, they will eat the fruit. They, their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren will eat the fruit. You see, just the God, we don't handle our problems. We let God solve them for us because God said, revenge is mine. So saith the Lord. Don't try to get even with people. Let them go. Let them go. Yes. Well, exactly. We got the Lord. God, I forgive them so that you can forgive me. Let them go. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Let people go. Don't try to plot against them. I say this all the time. Have nothing to do with someone's downfall. Have absolutely nothing to do with someone's downfall. Even if that person wish your downfall, don't ever, ever, ever in your life wish for another person to fail. Pray for them to succeed. That's what Jesus said. Pray for your enemies. He said, how are you different than unbelievers if you only pray for those who love you? Pray for those who don't want you to succeed. Pray for those who wanted to see you broke, who wanted to see you busted, who wanted to see you lose everything, who wanted to see you go through a divorce. Pray for everybody. Pray for them because they're lost. You know what? Oh my gosh. Can I pray or can I pray? Can I preach or can I preach, right? When you see people who curse others, when you see people who love to cancel other people, when you see people who enjoy the misery of other people, do you know what you have in front of you? You are looking at someone who is not saved, number one. You are looking at somebody who is not called, number two. Number three, you are looking at someone who is not going to inherit the kingdom of God. Because people who are called to inherit the kingdom of God, that ain't it. For the Jesus said, how shall they recognize them? He said they will recognize them by their fruit. Pride is not a fruit of the spirit. Okay? Unforgiveness is not a fruit of the spirit. Going around and wishing for people to fail every single day is not the fruit of the spirit. Going over here, you talk about this person. You sit here. When you sit with Marlene, you criticize this girl. When you go sit with that girl, you criticize this girl. When you get up from there, you go over there, you criticize Marlene and that girl. Everywhere you sit, you're criticizing. Everywhere you sit, you're talking bad about people. You'll be exposed. But why do you behave like this? Because your soul will not inherit the kingdom of God. I'm telling you. I am telling you. You know what I'm saying? You see? Mark said, I found a glass in my food. Glass in my food from a good friend. I don't know if she was envious of me being promoted above her. She came to my neighborhood spreading clothes as well. I was scared. They had nothing to be scared of. They got to fear nothing. You don't have to fear anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. People practice witchcraft in America. Oh, yes, honey. Y'all better wake up. People practice witchcraft. But the only and the best protection that we have against witchcraft is your heart. Keep your heart clean. The blood of Jesus. Okay? The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. You understand me? And that's why Marlene, I choose to not even walk in unforgiveness. Like, forgive all these people. They were sent by the devil. Anybody who wants to steal your joy, sent by the devil. Anybody who wants to see you and your husband divorced, sent by the devil. Anybody who wants to see you lose everything, they were sent by the devil. Anybody who wants you to not succeed in all your endeavors, they were sent by the devil. Anybody who doesn't want you to do well in your schoolwork, they were sent by the devil. All these people, I'm like, it's a spirit that takes over a person to come attack your destiny. And initially, when you don't know much, or when you're still immature, or you're not grown in your faith, right? You want to respond to that. You want to attack them. You want to cuss their asses out. But you come to a point where you start to have discernment, and you say, you know what, though? It's not even you. It is the spirit that lives in you. And like Paul said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against demons, spirits, and principalities, all them evil things that dwell in the higher realm. That's what we struggle with. You know what I'm saying? Forgive those who want you to die. Forgive those who have prayed for you. You will not fail. You will not die. You're not going to eat the glass. You're going to prosper. Psalm 23. And in the presence of my enemies, thou anointed my head with oil. Your God has the last say so over in your life. What is spoken is spoken. What is written is written. And that's what the prophet Balak told Balaam, that what God has blessed can no man curse. And what God has cursed can no man bless. You cannot you cannot curse these people because they are blessed by God. You cannot curse these people because they are called by God. You cannot. You can't curse me. I'm too blessed. You cannot ask the devil for my downfall. Yeah, I don't fail. Because my feet are held on tight by the word of God. Forgive all these heathens. Because they don't know no better. And that's what Jesus said when he was at the cross. He said, Father, forgive them. They don't know no better. Because who in the right mind would attack a child of God? Somebody who don't know no better. You're not in your right mind. You're not in your right mind. I tell you, I'm going to say it again. You are not in your right mind. You must have felt bumped your head, Humpty Dumpty, because you ain't in your right mind. Because who in the right mind? Who in the right mind? I say, who in the right mind, in the flesh or in the spirit, will attack me, the child of God? You're not in your right mind. You must be sick or something. You must have the Rona because you're not in your right mind. You're not in your right mind. So I look at you and I laugh. You're not in your right mind. And for that, I forgive you because I recognize that you are not in your right mind. Because if you were in your right mind, how dare you come against a child of God? You must not be in your right mind. So I forgive you. You're not, I'm telling you, I kid you not, you guys. Everybody who tries to attack me, I always have the victory. You're not in your right mind. I don't care how long it takes. You're not in your right mind. You're not in your right mind. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. You're not in your right mind. Happiness said, yeah, it's true. Someone put hair in my food, and when I checked the bag, there was a ball of hair in it. Please pray, especially when you're around people, even family. The devil can use anyone. I pray for those who want to attack me. You're not in your right mind. 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 You're not. She says, sometimes you hate to know that people feel this way about you when you have done nothing to them. There's nothing to hate. You got to recognize, right? This life out here is warfare. This is warfare. We're not just flesh, we're spirit and we're soul. This is warfare. You are a spirit having a human experience. So it's warfare. Every day is warfare. So it's the reality of the life. It's the reality of the game, right? Your destiny bothers people. Your favor will bother people. Your destiny bothers people. That's it. Your relationship to God, it bothers people. Your confidence will bother people. Why? Because people are possessed. People are possessed. If God don't live in these people, the devil dwells and abides in these heifers, okay? That's it. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So it's like a lot of people are not in their right mind. So don't you ever allow yourself to lose your mind and start acting like a heathen. You're called to do more than that. Pray for them fools. They ain't gonna touch you. They ain't gonna touch you. They ain't gonna touch you. Because I'm not like you. I don't think like you. You see, that's the thing about having Christ in you, right? Like, it's a renewal of your spirit. It's a renewal of your mind. I'm not like you. I don't think like you. I won't be like you. And I pray for you. Right? Pray for people. Anybody who wants to harm you, pray for them. Pray. Don't even engage. Ooh, like, there was a time you would have cut somebody up and down. Yes, girl. There was a time you would have dragged this little heifer. I know that's right. There's a time Papa would have put their hands on her. But now, be woke. Be woke. Recognize that. No, hold up, wait a minute. This person wants me to go down to their level so I can lose my favor. I'm not losing my favor. I'm not losing my cool. I'm not losing focus on my destiny. There's so much ahead that awaits me. I'm not doing that. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I can't. Baby, she won't. I can't. No. Oh, I'm sorry you felt that way. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't like Marlene. Okay, I'm sorry you felt that way. Oh, da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm sorry you felt that way. Marlene, da-da-da. Oh, I'm sorry you felt that way. Don't respond to things. I'm telling you, people want to provoke you. People, they're possessed. People are possessed. There are spirits inside of people. You know what I mean? There are spirits inside of people. Even sometimes there are spirits that can get inside your husband. Spirits can get inside your children. Spirits can get inside your mom, your dad, your siblings. Spirits can even get inside your in-laws. Girl, don't respond. Do not respond. I am telling you, oh Lord, baby Jesus. Let me tell you something. The way God has been grooming me lately to not respond to people, it's a beautiful thing. I don't respond. I have learned to not respond, you guys. You will not find me in your foolishness. I do not respond. I responded too much in my lifetime. I should have just kept my mouth shut, but I know no better. Because I felt like I had to defend myself. I had to stand up for myself. I let my prayers stand up for me. I let my courage stand up for me. I let my faith stand up for me. I let my obedience to God stand up for me. I don't have to stand up to nobody. I operate in my feminine energy. Y'all know me before I used to go on. I used to be on my Instagram live, cussing on people, going in on people. Oh, this person did this to me. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I don't care. Too busy looking at my blessings. Too busy looking at my favor. Too busy trying to think about how can I be better? How can I tap into God? Like how can I grow in my relationship with God? Because the word of God said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all those things shall be added unto you. Seek first the kingdom of God. It doesn't say go seek revenge, seek to be right. Even now, I didn't want to be right now. It's whatever. I don't care. Oh, that's how you feel? No problem. You want to be right? Go ahead. You be right. You won. Is that what you wanted? No problem. I don't have the time for this. I have bigger problems. I have better things to do. I want God to guide me. I want to have a beautiful life, you guys. I want to be successful. I want to be happy. I want to have peace. I want to thrive. I want to have beautiful skin. I want to glow. I just want to be happy. I want to have joy. I want to make other people feel good, but I can't do that if my heart is in a dark place. I can't do that if I have grudges in there. I can't do that if I'm holding things against people. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's not for me. It's not my portion. It makes you ugly. Holding things against people, holding grudges, not letting things go, it's going to make you ugly. I think I'm kind of cute. You know, I want to age well. You know what I mean? I want Beyonce to buy my product. Yes, girl. I want Beyonce to buy the B palette. I don't have time to hate. I'm busy manifesting. I'm busy manifesting. I'm praying to God. God, let all my stuff sell out in the name of Jesus. Amen. Forgive the people, sis. Forgive them. Forgive them. And like Beyonce said, the best revenge, right? You know what I mean? The best revenge is your paper. Be successful. Successful in all your ways. You know what I mean? Forgive. Let things go. Like even now, I try not to dwell on things for more than 24 hours. I don't take one issue and bring it to the next day. I'm like, I don't dwell on things anymore. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? There's no point in that. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. It's a new day. It's a new opportunity. Let's live. Let's live and let's glorify God. Things are amazing. Amen, you guys. So I said that's me. I do have to go out. Gotta go look at this warehouse again. But I love y'all. I love y'all very much. I hope this live was helpful. I hope you learned something from this live. I hope it's going to boost you up. I'm not going to delete this because this wasn't a bad way. But yeah, I encourage you to forgive. I encourage you to be free. I encourage you to be at peace with everybody. Be at peace with everybody. Have nothing against anyone. You know what I mean? Be at peace with everyone. Be at peace with yourself. Have peace in your home. Be the first one to apologize. And the last one to keep holding a grudge. Let your heart be pure. Let your heart be free. Get along with all people. Like radiate from within. Like radiate life from within. You know, just be a happy person. Just be a super dope person. Just be like a sweet person. Like radiate life from within. Like when people come around you, they need to be like, wow, like this was I don't know, there's something magical about her. There's something amazing about her, right? Be sweet. Be a sweet person. Be sweet in all that you do. Be sweet. Don't let nasty words, all that kind of stuff come out your mouth. No. And people who want to tempt you to be that way, cut them off. They're toxic. They're toxic. You know what I mean? They're toxic. They're toxic. They're toxic. They're roses in dirty water. They're toxic. So I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. I'm not going to leave this one up, so it'll be up for y'all. Y'all who want to watch it again. And remember, right? Don't make fun of people while they're going through it. Pray for them as you would want someone to pray for you as well. This is Marley Mar. She loves y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.